Yesterday we dropped a video on bronze cards that are going to help you build a budget team to start this season out. The diamonds and the golds are very expensive right now at this point in the season, and in my opinion the best strategy is to stack your stubs, build a budget squad, win some games with them, and then pay for the more expensive cards when they're a lot less cheaper. Let's go ahead in today's video and talk about some silver cards that are very budget worthy and can help your team win. What's going on, everybody out there? This is Popular Stranger. We are back at you again today with another MLB 17 The Show Diamond Dynasty video. We're going to go over more budget players to help your team out. We did the bronze cards yesterday, a couple at each and every position. So if you missed that, go check that out before you watch the rest of this video. But for now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at every position, starting with starting pitchers. Silver cards. Now with all silver cards, there's a lot that are going to have some good stats, but maybe a higher price tag. For budget items I'm going to be looking for in today's video are strictly about 500 stubs and less. Now starting pitching, lots of different good options to choose from. The one that stood out to me is Jeff Samardzija, a guy with a lot of ability for the San Francisco Giants. 89 break, 82 velocity, only 71 control, but I don't think that really matters. This guy has a good fastball and a lot of good off-speed pitches as well. And when you look at the pitches that he can throw, he's got 5 of them. I mentioned this in the bronze video. I really like pitchers with 5 options. So he's got a 4-seam, a 2-seam, a cutter, and then a slider and a splitter as well. With that good break at 89 overall, this is a really good and deceptive pitcher. Now you may be willing to spend over 500 stubs on some of these silver cards, but we're going to keep the same theme here and try to look for cards under that price tag. When it comes to relief pitchers, there's a couple really good ones. The first is Joaquin Benoit, 446 stubs for the Philadelphia Phillies, 99 break with 83 velocity. He's got some nice pitches as well for that 99 break with a changeup, a splitter, and a slider to mix in with his fastballs. Again, 5 pitches for a relief pitcher is really, really nice. Koji Uehara is probably the best option at only 255 stubs. He's got 96 control with 99 break. He's not going to blow anybody by with his speed, but he definitely has some good deceptive pitches that you can get batters out with. So if you're facing somebody who struggles with off-speed pitches, this is a great guy to bring in towards the end of the game if you need some big outs. And then last, we'll move over to page 2. Darren O'Day, another guy with 99 break and a funky delivery, only 270 stubs. I really like this guard. He's been on my Diamond Dynasty team the last couple years. He's got that sideward motion that's really hard to pick up. And then the last one is Jordan Walden, which I believe is in the free agent section. Only 75 stubs. He's got 83 velocity and 98 break. There's not many great options for closers straight out, but Ken Giles, 512 stubs, is a little above our budget, but looking at his average selling price, you can probably get him for under that. He has 90 velocity and 87 break. A bit cheaper is AJ Ramos, the closer from the Miami Marlins, had a really good streak last year where he was just almost unhittable. 99 break, only 71 velocity though, so you're going to have to get a lot of people out with off-speed pitches with this card. Catcher is another position where we struggle to find a lot of options under that really cheap budget, but Devin Mesoraco is a card that I've noticed plays well above his stats. Was really good for me last year, and so far this year he's been my catcher and has been very solid. 77 contact versus lefties, 70 power against righties. He can definitely hit the ball out of the park, and he's only 180 stubs right now. Moving on to first base, there's a lot of different options you can choose from. Victor Martinez starting out a switch hitter, 98 contact versus left, 74 contact against righty, only 475 stubs, and he also has some pretty good power stats as well. Steve Pearce for the Toronto Blue Jays, very balanced, 67, 70, 71, and 87 for contact versus right, left, power versus right, left. A very overall balanced card, and only 201 stubs for an 81 overall card. Chris Davis is a flat-out power hitter, 300 stubs for a 97 power versus right, 75 power versus left. And then Ian Desmond, a very versatile card. He's going to get on base with that 84 contact against lefties, only 174 stubs, and you can also play this card in the outfield. Probably the most balanced option at second base is going to be Devon Travis from the Toronto Blue Jays, about 490 stubs right now. I have him on my Battle Royale team, and he can hit the ball out of the park. Don't be fooled by those power ratings. He also has 85 contact against right, 75 contact against left, again, very balanced. A guy that might be more specialized against left-handed pitching is Cesar Hernandez from the Phillies, 90 contact against lefties, only 100 stubs. And then Josh Harrison, who's pretty good defensively, also for the Pittsburgh Pirates at second base, has contact versus lefties at a 90. Miguel Sano from the Minnesota Twins is probably my favorite option at third base. Look at those power ratings, an 81 overall with 84 power versus right, 80 power against left. He's just under 500 stubs. If you do want to spend a little more though, Todd Frazier is always a great option at third base for silver cards. There's really not many options for shortstops in the silver tier, so you might have to either take a step backwards, go watch my bronze budget card video, and get one of those shortstops, or go ahead and pick up a gold or a diamond there. But Elvis Andrus, 88 contact against lefties, more specialized against that type of pitching, 225 stubs is probably the route that I would go. We're in the outfield now, and if you're looking for a guy with straight up power, Chris Davis is your man. 86 power against righties, 84 power against lefties. Another guy that can absolutely bomb the ball. This is 416 stubs currently for an 81 overall, and I think this guy is probably going to end up being a gold by the end of the season. There's really no great option for silver cards at center field, but most of us have the Ken Griffey Jr. 81 overall, and you're probably using that. If you're not, Jackie Bradley Jr. could be a good option. His stats don't really look great to me, but remember, he's a guy that's really good at getting on base. He had a great hitting streak last year, 410 stubs. If you're looking for a base stealer or a guy who just has a lot of speed in the outfield, 99 stealing, 98 speed for Jarrod Dyson from the Seattle Mariners. They quietly have built themselves a really nice team. Be interesting to see how they do this season. Jacoby Ellsbury, always a great option, along with Denard Span. And then probably Dexter Fowler is another guy you can go with. 89 contact against lefties. He has good defensive abilities. Only 212 stubs. Finishing up, we're going to move over to right field as we start with Kole Calhoun. This is, I think, a flashback card, and it's really solid. Ignore his stats. 180 stubs is all he costs, 81 overall. This card is balled out for me. I pulled him in my very first pack opening video. He's my leadoff hitter, and he hits a lot of home runs and gets on base a lot. Go check him out. Hunter Pence is probably a more well-balanced card at only 395 stubs. Even though he's probably on the downward turn of his career, he's always a guy that has capabilities of getting an upgrade to a gold card. 395 stubs, 77 contact against right, 68 against left, good fielding abilities, and good speed. Mark Trumbo, purely a power guy, a little over our budget, but I think you'll be able to find him for under 500 stubs looking at his average price. 90 power against right, 85 power against left. We know he can hit home runs. I'm really shocked that they gave him this low of a rating. Let's see if he has another great season for the Orioles. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please click that thumbs up, and if you have any other suggestions for silver cards, silver budget cards, leave them in the comments section below. Again, I appreciate you for watching. I'm Popular Stranger, and I'm out. Peace!